If you're getting closer to that due date and want to know how to get your body prepped and ready for labor, this one's for you. Hey there, I'm Jalette, a mama of 3 under 5, and I'm currently training to become a birth and postpartum doula. This channel is all about pregnancy, birth, and postpartum. So if that's up your alley, click that subscribe button, turn your notifications on so you don't miss a thing. Now let's get into it. So obviously throughout your pregnancy, there are a lot of things to think about, a lot on the to-do list. It's really endless, the preparation that you feel like you may need, especially if you're a first-time mom. But these are things you really want to start thinking about as you get closer to labor. I really start to think seriously about the body and mind preparation for labor in the 3rd trimester, and specifically around the 35th, 36th week. So during the whole 3rd trimester, I drink red raspberry leaf tea. And make sure you are getting the red raspberry leaf tea and not just raspberry tea, since it's not the same thing. I will link my favorites in the description box. The pink stork is by far my favorite, but there's also one that I believe it's called Traditional Medicinals also makes that's good. And it actually tastes good. So I used it as part of my wind down routine in the evening. I would have a cup of red raspberry leaf tea. And this was throughout my whole 3rd trimester. And then starting at week 35, I did up it to 2 cups a day. And it's actually good iced too. So for you summertime due date mamas. So the only supplement I'll mention here is evening primrose oil, and I usually start taking this around the 36th week of pregnancy. Some recommendations state to not start it until the 38th week of pregnancy, so definitely consult your OB, your midwife, or whoever's providing your prenatal care. The evening primrose oil helps soften your cervix, and this gets your body ready for labor. And these both help you physically, your body physically prepare for labor. So the red raspberry leaf tea conditions your uterus to be able to give you productive contractions, which will help your labor along. And then the evening primrose oil, like I said, is the cervix softener. So the last thing that will get you physically ready for labor is what got you here in the first place: sex. And this is twofold. So semen is also a natural cervix softener, as well as the hormones that are produced when you're in a lovey, comfortable environment, and that's the oxytocin. And that is very good during the last stages of pregnancy, as that is the hormone that will actually get your labor started and keep your contractions coming consistently. So we love oxytocin. So this next one, it helps get your body physically ready and also helps baby get in the optimal position for starting your labor and birth. And that is to keep doing your exercises that you've hopefully been doing throughout most of your pregnancy. We'll give you a pass in the 1st trimester because that's usually miserable for most people. I try, especially in the 3rd trimester, to keep walking. I would say at least 5 times a week, every day. If you can, get at least 20 minutes of a walk in. Walking helps keep you limber, keep the blood flowing, keep everything a little bit more pliable and flexible when it comes to your hips. And especially if you're walking outside, it's really just good to be in the fresh air, good for the whole mind, body, everything. So walking at least 5 times a week and keeping on with your hip opening exercises. So I did prenatal yoga through most of my pregnancy, and don't worry, I have a hip opening exercise video coming soon to show you exactly the moves that were the most helpful for me and hopefully for you too. And both walking and the hip opening exercises does help give baby space in the bottom of your uterus to be in the optimal position for birth. And that optimal position is baby being head down with the back of their head facing out. So you want them to be faced towards your spine. And of course, they're all kind of crumpled up into a little ball, but that is the optimal position to have their head. And this will make for the quickest and easiest labor. So speaking of baby in the optimal position, the last physical feature that I will touch on is as you get closer to labor, you're going to want to pay special attention to your posture. So to have baby in the optimal position, it really is best to not lean back when you're sitting, because this will bring baby's head towards your spine, which is what we don't want. That can cause back labor, and this is called the sunny side up presentation or posterior presentation. It is possible to birth a baby this way, but your contractions will be much more intense and it will be tougher when it comes to pushing. This presentation issue is actually what caused the C-section with my first. She couldn't come down the birth canal because she was face up. I'm very passionate about this. Baby in the best position for birth, going to give you the quickest and the easiest labor. Who doesn't want that? So posture is important, which this can be a little bit tricky because of course you're getting later on in your pregnancy and you're tired, your body's tired. You just want to slump down on the couch and watch Netflix. I totally get it. I would recommend to either be on the couch laying on your side, or if you're sitting, put some pillows behind you so that your spine is aligned. And this will give baby the most space in the bottom of your uterus and open your pelvis and keep your pelvis in the right alignment so that baby can be in the best position. And walking hand in hand with that, the mental portion of this, print out a picture of a baby in the womb in the optimal position. I will link one in the description box below. Print out this picture and put it somewhere where you're going to look at it every single day. Remember, your mind is so strong. So look at that picture and tell yourself, baby is in the best position for an easy labor and quick delivery. And repeat that to yourself every single day while you look at that picture. Okay, so we've talked about preparing your body for labor. We've touched a little bit on getting the right mindset going, but also to go with that, prepare your space, nest, pack the bag, get things ready, write down your to-do list of things that you want to get done and start checking those off. And this will get your mind in a great place to be ready to bring your baby home. Remember, the hormones that start your labor and keep consistent contractions are ones of comfort, love, safety. So make your home and your space comfortable and sacred, and that will be your best chance of going into spontaneous labor and having your body and mind be ready for that journey. So I hate to call this the what not to do's, because obviously this is your journey, your mama instincts. You do what you believe is best. My recommendations though of what not to do in preparation for labor would be the following. Cervical checks. I know you're curious, but to keep your thoughts healthy, I would advise against cervical checks before the 40th week of your pregnancy. Advising against membrane sweeps as well before the 40th week. Let's keep your thoughts healthy and let your body do its thing. All right, so let's recap. Red raspberry leaf tea in your final trimester, evening primrose oil starting at 36 weeks, sex as often as possible, keeping your hips open, baby in optimal position, and keeping your mind healthy, your thoughts healthy, and let your body do its thing. You were made for this. If you've gone through the pregnancy journey or are going through it currently, leave a comment down below and tell me what you did to prepare for your labor and birth of your baby. And as always, please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or if you just want to chat. I truly love supporting you mamas in your journey. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already and turn your notifications on. Thanks for watching.